Warning, bitches, Beer 420 contains uncensored adult comedy that may or certainly will offend those who do not think of the same wavelength as us. Side effects may include cottonmouth, dizziness, queasy tummy, ass kickery, loss of job, loss of life and limb, childborn with the head of a bull, panic attacks, PTSD, gallstones, colon cancer, anal leakage, vaginal discharge in women, obvious mental issues, and has been outlawed in 8 states. We'll let you figure out which ones because that isn't our job. Beer 420.
Check, check, check.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Check, 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 check.
Check, 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 check.
Check, check, check.
4, 5, 6.
Well, you're listening to another fine program brought to you by Backhand Studios. Get something to drink, something to smoke, grab a friend, sit down, and don't do a goddamn thing other than plug that thing into your sound device and put it on full blast. Join the chat and the conversation. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's the stuff. I sure am telling me what for.
Welcome.
Warning. Warning. Warning.
Beer 420.
Beer.
You're listening to Beer 420.
Welcome to the Beer 420 show. That's where you go, you wanna know who's rocking in the mo.
Beer
It's freedom expression against the oppression of fuck you to corporate media and all their transgressions. Salute to local artists who be testing the bounds, unappreciated, unsigned, but putting it down. So grab a beer and a bar, make this high last long. Enjoy comedians, kids, and favorite local artist song. Entertain all religions, all colors, all creeds. Equal rights for everybody who loves to drink and smoke weed. This independent venue is known for showing love. A place the little man has the chance to come up. A slap in the face to Big Brother and his parents' prostitution. God bless America, we love the Constitution. We the voice of the people, I thought you knew. Labs and hot lips coming to a planet near you.
Beer 420.
Yes, guys.
Beer 420.
Beer 420. Beer 420. Welcome. We're here with Jerra Ingle. Amazing artist, just like sprouting up like a wildflower in spring that's busting out there. Well, welcome to the show. Welcome to Beer 420. Thank you for being here.
I appreciate it. This is awesome. It was totally by like luck of draw that I ran into you. Like,
yeah, it was kind of weird like that. Last night's show, the benefit show and tribute to Johnny Cash's birthday was amazing up at Lindbergh's. For those who were there, you know what it went down. It was a blast. We had fun. And I don't know. I always find like blues and folk kind of shows more entertaining, honestly, than a lot of other shows I've been to, just because it seems more like crowd participation kind of events. You know?
I feel like you kind of, I don't know, like it reaches your soul in a way. Like, you know, everyone relates to blues. Everyone relates to that. Just that, I don't know, that everyone's had that heartbreak. Everyone's had that bad moment. Everyone relates to that blues, that just the deep down in your heart.
The feeling.
Yeah,
the feeling
feels.
that...
Everyone has the feels at one point in time of their life, and I feel like blues kind of does that.
Right.
It reaches every audience, for me. I mean, I may be totally off base there.
Right, but no, I think you're right. You know, most people I talk to that are into one type of music or another, and even people that are kind of stuck in the mud, they never take a side against blues or folk music.
Right.
You know, it's like even metalheads don't do it. They go, yeah, we love metal. Oh yeah, blues, man. I can listen to some blues once in a while.
Right.
Yeah,
it's like every type of genre of blues. Like, it's not
yeah.
My greatest influences are like Etta James and Big Mama Thornton and Muddy Waters. And I actually recently, when I decided to develop my sound, I basically just out of nowhere came across an artist named ZZ Ward, and she plays a lot of blues and hip hop and just soulful. Like, she's probably like very much like Etta James style, Big Mama Thornton style music. Oh, and but hip hop as well. So she's like Kendrick Lamar. She's like collaborated with like Kendrick Lamar and just different people like that. And so when I discovered music, she was a huge influence. Like when I discovered my sound and what I wanted to sound like, she was just one of those huge influences for me. Was her. but because I think like blues is just a huge, like I listen to everything, like everything under the sun. Like I was listening to a comedian rapper on the way here. Like,
Oh wow, that's funny.
like
That's funny.
so I listen to pretty much anything that pops on the radio, or anything that someone throws my way.
So you're not a musicist.
No, I have no.
Now see, I have friends that are musicists, and I just can't do it. And then when people do this shit on social media, and they're like, pick your favorite band or post your
I'm
favorite
like,
song.
all of them
And
are
I'm
my
like,
favorites.
Dude,
Like,
okay, pick my favorite song, my favorite band. Wait a minute. Like
Yeah,
I can't even try to wrap my brain around it because there's so many amazing, top notch.
I mean, of course you have your heroes and your idols.
Right,
in
right,
life,
exactly.
But like, there's just like, it's just like, how do you decide between two great, amazing musicians and artists, and how do you choose that? Like
Over one or the other.
yeah. They're or they're completely different genres, and they're like, choose your favorite, and I'm just like, it's really no.
You're just like, no.
There's no comparison. Like
Yeah. And see, like, as example, like far extreme one side, I loved David Bowie.
Oh, I love David Bowie.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you go extreme the other side. I love the Misfits.
Yeah.
And it's just like
yeah. I love everything under the sun.
Misfits, David Bowie.
Yeah.
Two great things that would probably be insane to see on stage together. Actually.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, maybe we just invented something. Cross-genre stage performances. Wah!
Yeah, there would be like so weird crowd at that.
Right? Yeah, you
that
would have a
event.
really
Like-
crazy mixed crowd. Like, look at that guy. He's got a Misfit shirt on and he's wearing a pound of makeup. What's going on?
Oh. Nah.
But anyway, I want to welcome you again
Thank
to
you.
the show, Beer 420. And we're hoping that we can get some good audio cut out of this after production is over. Fans, you can tune in, hit the chat, the conversation at Spreaker.com/show/Beer420. And if you hear something that's a little amiss or out of place or audio-wise, whatever, hit the chat, let us know. We also have the producer monitoring, so I'll be getting some feedback here. But you came to play some songs for us live.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Yeah. I got her in the hot seat of music.
Yeah, so the song that I'm gonna play first is called "Don't Look Back," and I wrote it. I've had like a really shitty life. I'm just gonna throw it. Like, I mean, there's no other way to say it. Like,
And you're young. You're
Yeah,
like you're
22.
20. You're 22.
Yeah.
You just wow.
yeah, so,
So like you're like at 22.
I've lived enough for like grown like 60-year-olds, and
Right.
so like I've been homeless.
So
I've
you're
been
an old
adopted.
spirit in a young body.
Yeah. So I like embody my music because it's so old. It's old soul. Like that's what
Right.
it is. But I wrote this song because I had a relationship in my life when I got adopted, and I don't know. My mom was just. I've always had that desire to have a parent, and there's never ever really been one
Right.
present.
Right.
And so this song is basically to her, because we just could never get it. Like, we were so much alike, and just that connection as just mother and daughter was never there.
Right.
And so this is kind of like my, I guess, get back in the best way possible, just to say,
Right.
hey, this is what's up, you know?
Right.
So
like expressing your side of the.
Right. And she's never heard it.
She's
and,
never heard it.
No,
Well, maybe she will now.
Doubt it.
You're like,
But that's
"Nah."
alright. I mean, but no, she's never heard it. But I guess I'll play it for you. Tell me
Thank
what you
you.
think. We're more enemies than friends. You like your way, and I like mine. We crowd each
was just amazing. That was just amazing. That was just amazing. Wow. What a heavy message, too. Like,
Yeah.
It's not really bitter, though. You're
No,
just kind
it's
of
not.
like,
Well,
you know, we come to our terms, and I guess, we're just gonna
I've
keep
come to
walking,
mine. She
you
hasn't
know?
come to hers. Like, I'm very gay. Like, I'm just throwing that out there. Like,
right.
I mean,
And now,
Like,
did
I
you
just-
see the black guy last night that came in right at the end and was like, I'm black and I'm gay? And he just kept saying that over and over again. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my god, like, dude. Really?
nobody cares. But my parents,
But yeah,
I mean, I got
right.
adopted into a Southern Baptist preacher and special education teacher home.
Mhm.
And so, like, that is very against all their beliefs, everything they ever kind of, like, I was adopted at
Right.
age 13. Like, everything they ever kind of, like,
Taught you.
yeah, but by then I was already, like, discovered that I was
Right.
in the closet, like,
Right.
hiding for years. But no, it's just one of those things where I've come to terms with us and that we won't ever have that relationship, but she probably hasn't. So, because I am,
Wow.
like, we don't see
That's
eye to eye on
crazy.
that.
So, like, honestly, psychologically, through what you've been through, you're actually more mature than your mother.
Maybe. No, I mean,
From what I'm hearing, you're matured past your mother. That's actually an achievement.
Man,
you know?
I keep an open mind, you know. I'm just living for. I'm just trying to do me, not in the most negative, like, not in a negative way, but I'm just
Right.
trying to, you know. I'm really not trying to live for anybody. Like, I'm not trying to change myself for anybody, and that's just what I've come through music and through that, even through that song. Like, I've just come to realize, like, I'll walk away. I won't turn around. I won't look back. I will walk away if it means that I have to change who I am as a person for someone to
For someone
please
else
them
to be happy
or
with
make
you,
them
right.
comfortable around me.
Right.
Like,
And you know, that's something a lot of people learn late in life. Not as
Yeah.
early as you have. That's something I didn't learn until I was in my 30s. Was like, dude, you know what? All these relationships that I've, like, you know, granted, I'm human, so I had my mistakes that did
right.
need to be changed.
I still have mine.
But
don't
that's
worry.
something that I had to work on myself. That shouldn't be a requirement for someone to like me, unless
Right.
I'm really shitbagging and robbing people, you know.
I'm just saying, like, if they
you
don't
know,
like you,
they
that's
put all these, like, things in your way, obstacles that you have to jump over,
It's
and then in the
exhausting.
end they end up going, piss off anyway.
Yeah, it's
and
so-
you're like, dude, I did all that changing for this fucker.
it's so
And
exhausting.
now they just dump me in the middle of the frickin' road, you
Yeah,
know, and
yeah,
go,
it
good luck,
happens.
asshole. And I'm like, oh my god, like, okay, I'm done.
I-
I'm done changing
honestly-
myself to make other people
honestly,
happy.
like,
yeah. So that's amazing
happened,
that you're at
yeah.
that already, you know, that at your age you've already embraced that. That makes the rest of life easier.
And I still have some people, like, I still have a person in my life who's a great weakness for that. Like, I'm like, man, you know, I love her and that kind of thing, but I still have that weakness where she does that to me, you know, where I change myself for her and then it just goes south. But, I mean, I'm still learning. It's developing through different relationships, but I know, like, I recognize it. Like, when that does happen, where I'm just like, man, I want to change myself so they will love me and keep me around in their
Right.
life. I recognize it, like, right away, and I'm just like, it's not really worth it. Like, if I have to get in trouble to please them,
Right,
or
right.
change something that's personal about myself, that is a huge part of me.
Like, I jump off cliffs, man. If you don't jump off cliffs, you're not gonna be my friend.
I
You're like,
know.
dude, I'm not putting on a squirrel suit. Fuck you.
Right.
I am not climbing a 2-mile-high mountain and hurling my body off into space to be your friend. I'm not doing
Yeah,
it.
it's not worth it.
Yeah, it really is.
And it's exhausting. It's
And
exhausting.
it is.
It's just like, fuck this shit.
It's like a fake rat race, even though.
Yeah.
They're constantly running for something that ain't even real. Now, okay. Big shout to Becca in the chat. Hot Lips, thank you for monitoring. You guys can also join the chat and the conversation over here. Becca yelled out, "Yay, Jerra. So glad to hear you again and to be there to hear you play last night." So.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you. Thank you
So-
for coming out.
That is very cool. And for those of you folks that are a little confused, if you're on your iPhone or your smartphone, you can hit the chat. You just click the comments. The comments and the chat are the same thing. So, just so you guys know. Welcome, Kyla. Kyla Backhand, she's up in Maine, so she's tuned in.
awesome.
So you're already, man, see, you're being listened to in Maine right now. You're like, oh my god. And likely Italy and Germany and a few other countries. We have listeners from there
I want to
that tune
visit,
in.
so
Netherlands. And,
yeah.
so, you don't have an official page right now.
No, I have Facebook, though.
But I'm sure you're going to make a Facebook musician page.
I mean, if eventually, but like you gotta understand, this is only like last night was like my third time performing on stage.
Right.
I mean, I was a worship leader for like 5 years. But like, I mean, speaking as a like a performer entertainer aspect of it, last night was like my third time on stage, like really, and so I never thought that music would be something.
And that was amazing. Your second song you played,
God Will Cut You Down,
was
by Johnny Cash.
hand clapping and foot stomping, and I have seen seasoned veterans on stage that could not get 3 people to
I heard
participate.
it was really ballsy, but
And that was like so ballsy, and it was your third time on stage.
Well,
it worked.
Well, I talked with the guy that I'm opening for. His name is Scott Shipley, and if hit him up, he's an awesome musician. Sounds a lot like Johnny Cash. He has Johnny Cash style, but
amazing guy. I met him the
Shout out
first
to him,
time
yeah.
last night.
He's incredible.
Nice firm handshakes. Amazing artist.
But he was like,
very diverse in what he can do.
we were kind of like shooting ideas back and forth, and he's like, "Man, just forget the guitar. Fuck the guitar. Just stomp and clap. Stomp and clap." So I went with it, and then later on he was just like, "That was really ballsy."
Yeah,
I was
it
like,
was.
"What the fuck? Like, how are you gonna throw me under the bus and then be like,
But you
pulled it off."
You did it.
Oh.
Now, speaking of all this, we're down to 25 minutes to this segment with you, so we want to get a few more songs in.
Okay.
But I also want to get a little more information.
Okay.
So that would be what got you into music? How did that come about? That you found this connection with the guitar and your voice and.
Well, it's so cliche, to put it lightly, but how I got into the music I am now is completely different how I got into music. My sister was we used to, my parents, my dad's a pastor, my dad is a pastor, so we just kind of played in church, and my sister was an amazing vocalist, like fantastic, and I was just like, well, I want to play for her, like I want to play, and she can sing, and then she kind of went and did her own thing, and so I took like 6 years of vocal lessons, and then I had a worship leader style voice.
So that is where that
the voice I have now I developed after.
Oh, after the fact.
Like 2 years later, I was just like, man, I'm so tired of this like worship leader kind of sound. Yeah,
cookie cutter kind of.
It was very nothing unique
singing.
about it. Like nothing unique about it, and so I was like, I didn't know how to sing at all. It took 6 years to be able to hear a voice and hear sound, and so I was like, man, I'm just gonna listen to blues, listen to indie folk, listen to all this type of genres of different music, start rapping. Like I listen to a lot of rap, and I just started like developing what I wanted to sound like, and then I mean the guitar and the talent with that just came with it. Like it just kind of grew as my voice
I will
grew.
say as an up and comer, you're a complete package. You got the voice, you can play your instrument, sing along. As we were tuning up here, I'm like, okay, play some chords, just, a few chords and a couple, vocal, she just goes off, and then I'm like doing all the adjustments, and then this probably went on for 5 minutes. Like, she said nothing of it. She just kept going. And then at the end, she's like, that wasn't actually a song. I'm like, what? Wait, what? It wasn't. She was like improving.
I was just pulling out my
She was
ass.
improv
like,
too. All the.
I was like,
okay.
This is not a song. I don't know what to sing right now. I'm just gonna start making up shit.
So yeah, you do need. Okay, this is my advice to you. It's free.
Okay.
We get some good quality stuff out of you. I will send you those tracks, cut them, and produce them, and send them over to you. And there'll just be a Backhand Studios tag in the song somewhere.
Cool.
In the print label, whatever. But they're yours. You do whatever you want with them. They're yours. They're free. And then you need to make a reverb page. Make a reverb page, upload them on there, and put them as a free download.
Okay.
Maybe take one of them that you like more so than the others and put it for a sale for $1.
Hey,
Go make a PayPal account. It's free. Link it to your PayPal. People buy your stuff. It goes to your PayPal, and then you got residual money coming in when you make a new cut. And I know Scott's got recording equipment, so likely, there's more in the future for you with music and having more tracks. And you got to give some of the cake away free. Because that's how people,
The cake is all free right now. So
you're like, the cake's all free.
Have to buy two.
Buy one cake, get 2 cakes free.
That's what it is right now. Honestly, last night I was strictly doing this for fun. Like, I wasn't even, trying to get paid for it. But, I mean, I'm getting paid.
Man.
So.
But I'm just saying, a Reverb page, that way you have a place for your fans to gather, and you can also make a Facebook page and then link the two.
Okay.
And they're both free things, and that way you build an audience while you're at your age now doing amazing shit. Imagine in 10 years and you've had this huge following, you'll be packing 10,000 people stadiums.
That would be incredible. That would be awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
You're already there. And it's the whole idea of positive, you gotta do and think that you're already there. So we're down to 20 minutes. What are you going to play for us next?
I'm going to play a song I wrote a few years ago when my talent was really shit. I'm just saying that, so don't judge this. But it's a song called Cheated. And there is a story behind it, but I'll just let you listen. And then someday the story may come out about how I wrote it.
Okay.
But I'll just keep it to myself for now. You just have a creative imagination. Just make up what you think.
Okay.
You said you were just friends, and I believed you. I let it go on, not knowing the truth. It was later that I found out she wasn't the only one. There were many before me. I didn't have your heart, she did. It was never really yours to give. You stole it, you cheated, and now you are leaving goodbye. You came back around again, trying to pretend we were best friends, but I couldn't let you in 'cause you didn't have my heart, he did. It was never really mine to give. I stole it, I cheated, and now I am leaving goodbye. What you didn't know is when you were with her, I was with him. I was with him. We didn't have each other's hearts, they did. They were never really ours to give. We stole them, we cheated, and now we are leaving goodbye.
Wow, that is amazing. Oh, wow. Yeah, man.
You're listening to another Backhand Studios production. Woo!
You're listening to Beer 420.
Yes, Bear 420. And we're here with Jerra, and amazing. Yeah, I don't want to keep you pushing on a grind. we have 17 minutes left to the show. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. And again, go find her, like her, love her, share her, and find her when she goes out to these shows. So you're touring with Scott.
Yeah. I opened for him. And how we met was really, like, strange.
Yeah, tell us a little about that.
Basically, I was a bartender, a waitress at one of the bars that he came to play for. And I didn't have a guitar at the time. And so he had the beauty that I have in my hands right now.
Right.
It's especially it's a special edition Gibson guitar. And so
and it's gorgeous.
Oh, it's
you
beautiful.
Guys, this guitar is gorgeous.
I approached him after work one night, and I was like, "Look, I'm about to have an orgasm over your guitar. I really want to play it. Like, let me touch it, just please, just let me touch it." And so he let me play it, and then he heard my sound and my voice, and I was just kind of messing around. Like, I wasn't even being official or I was just like...
You were just screwing around with the guitar because
I hadn't played in so long. And so, I mean, it'd been months, probably close to a year or two before I played.
So it was like you were questing a therapy or like homesickness of the music.
I was just and
you're like, oh, but he's so cool and open-minded. He'll let me like just play his guitar
for a minute. For a minute. And he was like, you're gonna open for me when I come back here. And I was like, what? And so a month later, I opened for him, and then he just kind of took me under his wing and was just like, well, I have 3 more shows, and then I have 5 more shows, and so he's just kind of like taking me under his wing, and we've just played. I've opened for him and played with him.
Wow, that's incredible. Now, I've heard about him throughout the area and his work over the years, and never had the opportunity to ever meet the man.
Yeah.
And I met him last night, and I'm like, oh my God, he's like even more like, just like a glow comes off of him. He's just like, he is a complete artist, man. He's just like a glowing artist.
He's played with Johnny, so, I mean, he has things under his belt that no one will ever be able to have. Like, he's done things that no one will ever be able to see ever again. And so, I don't know, he's just an incredible guy, a great, like, musical influence.
A great mentor.
Yeah, he is.
That's a great example. And he's very diverse. He plays a little bit of everything.
We learn from each other. Like, we teach each other.
Really cool.
We have good dynamic.
So, if they want to see you live, they need to look up Scott. I mean, is there a title that he goes by while he's traveling his shows?
No, it's just Scott Shipley. It's Shipley, and it's Ship and then Ley. If you look him up, I think he has a fan page or event page.
Okay.
But look him up. We're in Mountain Grove tonight, and then Ava on Sunday at the Eagles at 2.
Awesome.
I don't know where we are tonight. I'm just kind of just getting in the van, and I just get in the van and go. Like,
you just like,
I don't ask any questions. I just get beer and food, and then
beer and food and perform.
Yeah, that's what I do. Drink
that's
and
what
eat
I do.
and play.
I drink and eat and play.
Yeah. So.
But that's cool, man. You're living such a bizarre experience at a young age, which is awesome. I keep saying young age, but when I was 22, my life was all fucked up. So it's like, it's like you got all that fucked up out of the way early.
Yeah, it
and then like now you're just like, woo! I rule the world, bitches.
No, like 4 to 22. Because I'll be 23 this year, so like 4 to 22, my life is still crazy. Like I'm not trying to. But I'm saying, like, you've got your head in a place that a lot of us don't even get to until we're 30s or 40s, so that's good. That's a huge advantage for your for your future in music, especially because you're not as distracted. So we're down to 13 minutes. What do we got in the chat here? Thank you guys for hitting the chat. Okay, Becca posted facebook.com/Scott Shipley Music. You can start there. So facebook.com / That's awesome.
Scott Shipley, SHIPLEY Music, one word. So start there and like him, love him, share him. Scott's amazing artist.
He's fantastic. He really is.
And such a good spirit. I mean, I talked to him, and both times I was near him and talked to him and engaged him, I had to shake his hand. I was just like, oh my God.
He has such a light about him.
Like, and he's got an energy. That when you get near him, like he's tall and huge and kind of looming, but then when you get into his space, he's all like, oh, hey, you know, like, whoa.
Yeah, like he's really
just so
intimidating.
cool.
Like
Yeah,
when you
yeah.
look at him, you're like, holy shit, this guy could fuck me up. And
Yeah,
then, but when you get near him, you're
Yeah.
like, nah, he's a teddy
No,
bear.
he's just an
Yeah,
awesome
he's a good
spirit,
guy.
man. He's a true artist, and that is just
a force to be
amazing
reckoned
to
with.
be around.
Yeah.
And you can feel it when you're around him.
Yeah,
He just emanates that artist vibe,
definitely.
and it's amazing. Great vibes coming off of him. So you guys need to go check them out. And as we said, she will be opening, so you'll be able to see her perform live. And I tell you,
It's only an hour from here.
It's
like,
even more amazing live in person than it is, You know the drill. Go to indie shows, not concerts, because it's more interactive. It's more personal, and you also get to meet and bullshit with the artists and buy them a drink.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks for the
so-
drinks last night. Whoever bought those.
Whoever bought me those drinks,
Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciated that. You got to get your calories from somewhere, right?
Right.
Like,
Right.
like, man, I didn't eat lunch. Ah, a nice heavy beer will solve that problem.
Yeah. This is drink
Yeah.
the calories.
Yep, drink your calories. But hey, that's good to see that at least that pastime you're not passing up. You're like,
Oh, no,
"Yeah,
hell no,
I'm enjoying
I'm
my
like-
booze.
I'm like, booze all the way.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Pretty sure I have a bottle of Beam in
Yeah,
my
when
car
I was in my
somewhere.
20s,
like,
I could live off of like a good stiff Guinness. I would go out sometimes, not eat. Like, I'd eat a lunch and then not eat supper, but I'd just drink Guinness at every bar I went to.
That's what
And that
happened
beer
last
is
night.
just so thick that it's, dude, you can
Dude,
survive on it.
Irish Car Bomb is like one of my favorite drinks.
Oh yeah,
Like-
you can survive on them because they're so thick. It's
They're-
just
oh yeah, dude.
oh.
It's like drinking a meal.
Yeah, it's like drinking a meal. Yeah,
That's what it
literally.
is. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's like liquid meal. So we're down to 10 minutes. Again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. After the show's over, it'll be auto-posted to YouTube channel. You can find us over there at youtube.com/nabsinsnatch. Yes, nabs, N-A-B-Z, the letter N, and snatch, like the thing between your legs. And
yeah.
And you can find all of our archive material over there. We have interviews with Spade Ripper and
Awesome.
we have some huge names. I interviewed Roses from Neil Young's Steel Band before.
Oh my
so,
God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Roses. So there's great archive material over there on YouTube. So if it's not on our Spreaker, it's because I downloaded it, deleted it, because it's all archived over there, and eventually we're going to have a big site where you can just grab and download shows, but that's in the future. But again, I want to thank you for being here today.
Thank you. This is awesome.
Jerra Ingle, ladies and gentlemen, and we're down to 9 minutes. So who would you say is your biggest inspiration, saying as far as like, I mean, obviously all the things we've already covered, but I'm saying that first moment when you realized that you had that musical connection, who was the artist that you were really, like back when you were doing the church material, who were you listening to back then when that first got you to step over that threshold and then start evolving in all those directions? Who are you listening
honestly,
to before all the evolution?
There's been bands that have been stepping stones, or artists that have been stepping stones for me. When I first realized that I wanted to completely just utterly change everything about my sound, ZZ Ward and Jack White were huge inspirations for that. But then as I started cleaning out my sound and kind of making it my own, Alabama Shakes
Okay.
and Hosier and there's a band called Linus Young. If you haven't heard of them, it's Linus, Linus, and then Young. Go look them up. They're fucking fantastic. They are very rock blues.
Oh, nice.
And they're just amazing, phenomenal. They're a phenomenal artist. But there's just been bands like right now, Alabama Shakes and Linus Young, and they're kind of and Hosier are kind of my just feel good. This is the kind of music that I want to play for people. Kind of artists. But yeah, ZZ Ward and Jack White were probably the two that kind of just was like, man, I need to change my sound for me and not for a church crowd.
Right.
You know?
Right.
But yeah, and so I just
That's just crazy though that you came out of that in that direction because, like, I mean, there's been a recent huge, like, Christian rock revival where Christian rock and all that has gotten big in the last 5-10 years.
Oh, it's huge. I went to
it's massive because they're filling stadiums.
Yeah,
like
I went to a camp called Camp Electric, and it's a Christian music camp.
I've heard of Camp Electric, yeah.
It's at Trevecca Nazarene College in Nashville, Tennessee, and I've been there.
I've heard of that place,
I've been to probably every major Christian event you can imagine. I've led college Bible studies and stuff, but I just didn't want that sound. Like, I didn't want that worship leading. I wanted something unique.
I just find it intriguing that you didn't get sucked like a vacuum into that direction. You know what I mean? But it was probably because of the way that you were raised and how your whole
it's also
family
like it's
life
really
went.
Impossible to be like homo. It's really possible to be
gay.
Yeah, gay, and then be in that kind of scene
because they're not real Christians, in my opinion. Because the first rule is
close-minded.
not to judge. It's not your job to judge. If it's a sin and you're doing it of your free will,
here recently, I've literally had a pastor say, "Oh, you're welcome at our church and everything. You're very, very welcome to." Like my friends, they went and talked to him for me, and they were like, "Oh, we would love to have her. Just play for us sometime." And then they told him that I was gay, and he still was just like, "Okay, well that's fine." And then I called him to make sure, and he was just like, "Well, you can't do anything in our church." So it was like one thing to their faces, but something completely different to mine. And so that just kind of like gave, like, I was just kind of like, okay, I'll see you later. Like,
yeah. So we're down to 5 minutes. I want to thank you again for being here with Beer 420. And as I've been telling folks, is that Raw Rooster Radio is something I'm planning to release in the future. So I'll end up taking these tracks if I can get good quality, and I'll be playing you on there on a PG format on people's iStore.
Awesome.
So, and I'm hoping that'll be in the next few months. I'll start releasing those. They'll all be pre-produced and packaged. We've got 5 minutes left to the show, and we'll be right back in just a few seconds, and we'll let you play a song as we fade out the show. So, we'll be right back.
Welcome to the oligarchy, where they teach you not to lie so you don't see when they are, which is the backbone of everything we have come to know as reality.
You're listening to Beer 420.
Wake the fuck up!
You're not watching Drunk History. You're listening to Backhand Studios.
This is a cover by the Head and Heart called Rivers and Roads.
All right.
A year from now, we'll all be gone. All our friends will move away. And they'll go in their better places. But our friends will be gone away. Thank you.
Well, again, we want to thank everybody for tuning in and sharing our Saturday afternoon.
Definitely.
And Jerra, thank you
Yes,
for taking
thank you.
time out of your crazy schedule. You're about to leave here at
Right.
4 o'clock to go up there and get ready for that show.
Yeah. This afternoon.
Sharing a little piece of your life with us, and we'll definitely be watching you as things progress.
Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity to come and talk and chillax and just
Yeah,
talk,
yeah.
You know?
It's pretty kickback.
It is.
It's probably one of the most relaxed radio interviews you'll ever have in your career.
Probably.
Is being on Beer 420.
But you're my first, so
Yeah.
I'll be like, look.
Oh, hey. We popped her cherry.
Yeah.
We
today.
popped her radio cherry, people. Look out. Look
I'm
out.
no longer a radio virgin.
She's no longer radio virgin.
I said, back
That ass up. I said,
Awesome.
that motherfucking ass up. I said,
that cracks my ass up.
a back of data is up.
Are you backing your data up?
Back of data
Back your data up. But yeah, thank you. Thank you for being here. Again, guys, tune in. Tomorrow we're having a Beer 420. We've got a special guest that's coming. I'm not revealing that at the moment. I'm going to put up a surprise event. So tune in tomorrow, Beer 420 at 420. Today's special show. Again, thank you for being here. And guys, go check out Scott and their crew and follow them to the next show. And it is just an hour away. So you guys could go. Go on a road trip. Pack up the car. Bring a DD.
Yeah,
have fun.
It's the weekend.
It's the weekend. 7 seconds and we're out. And backhanders and torch carriers unite.